sing the right. You wanna run your melon, melon. You're probably with your life. Yeah. That kick you, they'll beat you, they'll tell you it's bad, just beat it, beat it. But you wanna be bad. I'm better than Pee. And Michael's like, I'm better than Pee Wee Herman any day. You know? Yeah. Michael, you know, you got to get a hand to him. He could have taken Pee Wee Herman's wallet any time he wanted. There we go. Okay, this. Okay. Well, I learned it this way. It's kind of hard to, you know, but once you hear what I'm doing, you'll see. There's a lady who sold Hostess cupcakes with a mold. She's working at 7-Eleven. All right, what song you guys want to hear so bad you're willing to relinquish that ever popular dollar? That's what it's like. Yes, I do. I certainly do. You know any stuff from one of the tracks? I'll just tell you. I'll give you the list of what I got. And you guys chime in. Extra 50 cents somebody along the line there. I'm talking about Heaven's Door. We're talking Times They Are Changing. Tangled Up In Blue. You don't want that one. Okay, dude. It's one of the hardcore. There'll at least be a couple bucks out of you guys for that, because this is a long song. And it takes a lot of skill to know all these words. So ask him. All right, do you know them? Guys, if you're out on a date with a good-looking gal, you don't dedicate a song to her, to a street musician? No testosterone. Zero. Early one morning, the sun was shining. I was laying in bed. I kept on wondering if she changed at all, if her hair was still red. Her folks had said her life's together. She was gonna be rough. And if didn't like Mama's homemade dress, Papa's bank book wasn't big enough. And I'm standing on the side of the road, rain filling up my shoes, heading for the East Coast. Lord knows I paid some dues. Getting through, I grew tangled up in blue. She was married when we first met, soon to be divorced. Helped her out of a jam, I guess, but I used a little too much force. So we drove that car as far as we could. This thing, abandoning it out west. Split up on the docks that night, both agreeing it was best. She turned around to look at me as I was walking away. Heard her say over my shoulder, "We'll meet again someday on the avenue." Tangled up in blue. I had a job in the great Northwest, working as a cook for a spell, but I never did like it all that much, and one day the axe just fell. So I drifted down to New Orleans, lucky just to be employed, working for a fishing boat outside of Delta Croix. And all the while that I was alone, the past was close behind. Seen a lot of women, but she never escaped my mind, and I just grew tangled up in blue. walking in a topless place, and I stopped in for a beer. I kept on looking at the side of her face in the spotlight so clear. Later on, when the crowd thinned down, I was just about to do the same. Heard her say over my shoulder, she said to me, "Don't I know your name?" I muttered something underneath my breath. She studied the lines on my face. I must admit I felt a little uneasy when she bent down to tie the laces of my shoes. Tangled up in blue. She lit a burner on the stove and offered me a pipe. I thought you'd never say hello, she said. You look like the silent type. She opened up a book of poems and she handed it to me. Written by an Italian poet from the 13th century. Every one of them words rang through and burned like glowing coal. Pouring off of every page like it was written in my soul from me to you. Tangled up in blue. Had a place on Montague Street, the basement downstairs. There was music in the cafes at night and revolution in the air. And he started in a dealing in slaves and something inside of her died. He had to sell everything he had, she was froze up inside. And when finally the bottom fell out, I became withdrawn. Get that fucking thing out of here. Get that damn thing out of here. I'll talk to you later, okay? You get your exhaust. Okay, here. Where was I? Exhaust City here. Tangled up in blue. Back again, I got to get to her somehow. All the people we used to know, they're an illusion to me now. Some are mathematicians, and some are carpenters' wives. Don't know how it all got started. I don't know what they're doing with their lives. Thank you. Appreciate it. Me, I'm still on the road, heading for another joint. We always did see things the same way. We just saw it from a different point. Tangled up in blue. Tangled up in blue. You ever wonder what Bob Dylan sounds like doing some Barbra Streisand?